people who patronized the ballroom at first in the 1930s were drawn from among the highest class of officials, Chinese officials, entrepreneurs, business people in the city. It was mainly a Chinese clientele, although you also had very wealthy foreigners, foreign expatriates would attend the ballroom. And people like, say, the wife of Ambassador Wellington Koo, people like the Song sisters. Song Meiling was the wife of Chiang Kai-shek, the national leader. These people would go to the ballroom on a regular basis. And other people who attended the Paramount included famous film stars. So Ran Ling Yu, who was one of the famous film stars of the 1930s, who tragically committed suicide in 1934. She attended the ballroom, and in fact she was occasionally would host, say, a fashion show held at the ballroom. So famous people from the entertainment world would go there. So all the luminaries, the social and political luminaries of the time. Well, the performers ranged from, you had, at first quite a few of the performers were European, and one of the famous performers in the mid-1930s was Joe Farron. Joe and Nellie Farron were a dance team, dance exhibitionists, Austrian couple who came to China in the late 1920s and became involved in the entertainment world in Shanghai. And by the 1930s they were very well known. In fact, Joe Farron eventually set up his own club called Farron's. But before then, for a while in the mid-1930s, he was manager, in fact, of performers at the Paramount Ballroom. And he also managed a group of chorus girls called the Paramount Peaches. And they were composed, as far as I can tell, mainly of Russian women. These were the white Russians, immigrants who came into Shanghai in the 20s and 30s. And, you know, from descriptions, they dressed in sort of similar styles to chorus girls in, say, New York or Paris, very scanty loincloths and hula skirts and that kind of thing, and had performances on the stage. You also had Chinese performers. Like I said, film stars would occasionally come to the Paramount Ballroom, particularly during special events. So they hosted a lot of special events there, elite society events, things like charity balls. So maybe the Song sisters would organize a charity ball, and you would have a famous film star like Ran Ling Yu or Zhou Xuan, who was another famous star of that period, would come and give a performance, would sing, because these stars were also singers.